Focusing on three specific pillars for your wholesaling operation will change your entire business forever. You move from the frustration of finding a single viable property to consistently closing deals and scaling your income.
Tactics that worked 5 years ago are now ineffective, and the 2026 market requires an updated framework to stay competitive. This process offers a shortcut to your first deal. You can build a system that generates leads and closes contracts without the traditional grind of cold calling unresponsive lists for 12 hours a day. By the end of this video, you will understand the specific market shifts currently happening and how to position yourself to benefit from them. We will identify the specific errors that cause most new wholesalers to lose their deals before they ever get to the closing table. We'll map out the three levels of wholesaling success that separate casual operators from business owners. And finally, I'll show you the exact system you can use to scale from zero to a multiple six-figure business. Navigating the modern market requires an updated operating system. Let's look at the blueprint for 2026. The first major change is the lending environment. Tighter credit requirements mean more sellers are struggling to move properties through traditional retail channels. This lack of traditional liquidity creates a specific opening for creative deal making. Sellers who can't get a standard offer are much more motivated to work with wholesalers. The second major shift is increased competition. Relying on outdated methods like bandit signs or generic cold calling lists will put you behind operators using more sophisticated data. Third, cash buyers have become highly selective. To move a contract, you must know exactly what your buyers are looking for in terms of yield and property type. Profitability in this market favors wholesalers who prioritize speed and buyer intelligence over sheer volume of effort. At level 1, the goal is to get moving. Beginners fail by spending months researching instead of acting. Step 1, choose one market with investor activity and commit.
Step 2, pick one lead source and stick to it until you understand its nuances.
This requires ignoring the noise of other marketing strategies and focusing entirely on your chosen channel. Step 3, make 3 offers within your first 7 days. Revenue is generated by putting contracts in front of sellers, not by analyzing spreadsheets. Executing these 3 steps moves you directly into the market, providing real data that competitors never reach because they are stuck in the planning stage. Once you have consistent activity, you move to level 2. This phase is about correcting the common errors that stop your progress. You must avoid overanalyzing properties when you should be locking them up and resist the urge to switch lead sources every time you face a challenge. You also need to begin ruthlessly tracking your numbers. Without data, you cannot identify which parts of your process are failing. You need to know your specific cost per lead, your cost per deal, and your overall close rates to understand your margins. The most common failure at this stage is a lack of follow-up. Most deals are secured after multiple points of contact, yet many wholesalers stop calling after the first no. Mastering these tracking and follow-up habits creates a more reliable income stream than relying on raw sales ability. Level 3 is where you shift from a solo operator to a business owner. This is where you engineer a scalable model based on 3 specific pillars. First, you must establish a predictable lead flow. You need a system that consistently brings in motivated sellers without requiring your manual effort every day. Second, you refine your sales and negotiation skills. As the lead volume increases, your ability to convert those conversations into contracts becomes the primary driver of your revenue. Third, you implement systems to remove yourself from the daily administrative tasks. Building this leverage ensures your business continues to source, negotiate, and close deals even without your direct involvement in every step. Most wholesalers fail to scale because they stay focused on low-value administrative tasks instead of refining these 3 pillars. At this point, you have to decide what kind of operation you are building. A hoppy wholesaler closes the occasional deal for extra cash, but keeps their operations manual and unpredictable. A serious wholesaler commits to the systems and the team required to run a scalable company. Long-term wealth in this industry requires moving past the side hustle mindset and acting like a CEO. To scale without burning out, you must delegate. Use a CRM to automate your follow-ups and AI tools to qualify leads as they come in. Hire virtual assistants early to manage your data and handle initial prospect outreach. This frees your time for higher value activities. Reinvest your initial profits back into your marketing. This capital ensures your lead flow remains constant as you grow. When you organize your data, delegate repetitive labor, and reinvest into marketing, your operation moves into a predictable growth cycle. If you found this useful, like the video and subscribe. Leave a comment below with your biggest current challenge in wholesaling.
You can also download my 2026 wholesaling starter checklist in the description.
It provides the exact roadmap you need to get your first deal moving. Having the blueprint is only half the battle. Use the checklist, pick your market, and start making offers today.